Tonight on the South Today, a long-awaited Dunedin walk and cycle loop is almost complete, accompanied by a stunning view. Some Otago University researchers are turning insects into tasty treats, including ice cream with a unique twist. And one Christchurch retiree is exercising his mind with thousands of little plastic bricks. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. The completion of a 30-kilometre long asphalted path around Otago Harbour is only weeks away. The shared pathway will give both cyclists and walkers stunning views of the harbour, and advocates believe it could become a drawcard for tourists.
Nearing completion, Aka Ōtākou New Zealand Land Transport has almost completed the last and most difficult part of the shared path cycle and walkway around Otago Harbour. The section between St Leonards and Port Chalmers has been tricky, with about 2.5 kilometres of railway track having to be shifted to make room for the pathway, adding to a price tag of about $40 million. Dunedin City Councillor Steve Walker is one of a small group of people who started campaigning for a separate cycle and walking path about 20 years ago. He's seen the asphalted path grow over the years, along with a similar pathway on the peninsula side of the harbour, which has been built by the Dunedin City Council. He says the ability to circle much of the scenic harbour on a bike will become a drawcard for cycle tourists from across the globe.
I think it's absolutely spectacular, actually. We will arguably have not only the best cycle walkway based in New Zealand, but probably actually one of the best in the world.
Providing an essential link for cyclists wishing to do a complete loop of the inner harbour is Rachel McGregor. Her harbour ferry is set up to take both bikes and riders across the water between Port Chalmers and Portobello.
I do see a lot more in the way of cyclists, and I also hear from people as well that are telling me that they will do the cycleway and they will cycle around when it's finished.
It takes about an hour and a half to cycle from Portobello to Dunedin and another hour and a half to Port Chalmers, allowing for photo stops and rests along the way. In Dunedin, the South Today.
2 people were left injured after a car crashed down a bank in Dunedin yesterday afternoon. Emergency services were called out to the Marewa Street at around 3:45 on Monday afternoon after a car veered off the road and over a bank. The crash in the residential area of Kew left one person with moderate injuries, the other escaping with just minor injuries. Both occupants of the car were treated at the scene. A group of Otago University researchers are hoping to take the yuck factor away from creepy crawly insects by using them to make, wait for it, ice cream. The new product is being put to the test at the International Science Festival with the goal of removing the stigma behind the nutritious bugs.
This may look just like a normal ice cream, but there's a massive twist. This frosty treat is infused with crickets. Researchers from Otago University have been looking into the nutritious value of different insects, drying the dead bugs and grinding them up into a powder. The team have focused on using crickets for their sweet treats. They say the small insects are full of a range of nutrients essential for our diets.
So the work we've done so far have shown that we can basically make, use insect material in ice cream as a product. So that's why we are testing it out during the science fair.
Members of the public will get to try out their new cricket ice cream at a special session as part of the New Zealand International Science Festival. The team are hoping to remove the stigma behind insect-based food products, although researchers admit the crickets themselves are something of an acquired taste.
Oh, they taste nice. I like them. Yeah, if for me, they taste, most of these insects taste like dried shrimp.
However, he insists scoops of this frozen insect dessert taste just like regular ice cream. People brave enough to try out the treat can check it out at the Edible Insects Trick-or-Treat event on Saturday. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Some of Gore's keen dog owners were in for a barking good time, putting their furry friends in the spotlight, taking part in a unique annual competition.
This year's Balfour Young Farmers Bark Up competition attracted around 40 farmers to the local rugby club grounds on Friday night. Participants braved the cold southern weather as their loyal canines took centre stage, showcasing their strong bond in front of a local crowd. The dogs were judged on a number of criteria, including bark consistency and their ability to bark while facing their owners. Organisers say the turnout exceeded their expectations, bringing in double the entries from last winter for the event's just second year running. The event runs in conjunction with the Balfour Lions Hay and Baleage competition, which raised around $9,500. All the money raised is set to go back to local community organisations, with the Young Farmers Bark Up funds going towards a new rescue helicopter pad in Lumsden. In Gore, the South Today.
Christchurch looks like the place to be if you're a Lego fan, with the recent opening of the South Island's first dedicated Lego shop in the popular Brick Show on this weekend. But it's not just for the kids. One of the show's exhibitors is a 72-year-old who only got into building Lego after he retired.
Selwyn resident David Littlefair admits to having a little bit of an obsession with Lego. The former chartered accountant took up the hobby 8 years ago after retiring. He estimates he spent around $60,000 since then on the colourful plastic bricks. But he insists it's money well spent and claims exercising his mind has led to a healthy body. Littlefair caught the Lego bug after attending the Christchurch Brick Show in 2015.
Saw what they could do with Lego, which I'd never thought about before, and then bought my first kit, which was just a little model city car, and then went from there, got into the technique and the creator models and the bigger ones that take a lot more time to do, and then into doing displays on my own models as well.
He says he likes the flexibility the toy plastic bricks offer, enabling him to add his own lighting and mechanics to come up with a unique creation. The retired 72-year-old is one of a host of exhibitors at this weekend's Christchurch Brick Show.
You're always crossing your fingers that all the models keep on working, because sometimes they don't. They can break down, of course.
This will be his third year at the event, with his display having a Disney theme. He says it takes time getting all the mechanisms running smoothly and fine-tuning the overall design of the display. And he admits he has to keep an eye out for mischievous little fingers.
The track that the train goes on has a couple of points in there, and every now and again some of the children will lean over and change the points without me realising it, and then the train will go the wrong way, and crash effectively, sort of thing. Or occasionally they'd put their hand over and knock Santa off the train or something like that, so they're the things you've got to watch out for.
The Christchurch Brick Show is on this weekend at Addington's Wolfbrook Arena. In Selwyn, the South Today.
Whai Aka still to come on the South Today. Brave souls battle the elements to complete a southern cross-country, and a vibrant young cast prepare to break a leg ahead of their big stage show based on saving local theatre.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
The sun may be lower in the sky, but that doesn't lower the risk from skin cancer. Melanoma doesn't care about the season and will continue growing regardless. Don't let shorter days shorten your days. Book a full body mole map now.
My mate John's shortest sale is now a bit longer. He's extended it till Sunday. There's up to 50% off clearance items, and you can pay it off over 24 months interest-free.
My mate John. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. MolMap is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time. Drop when you...
Tēnā koe, welcome back. It seems a storm couldn't hold back a group of runners in Gore over the weekend, braving the blistery southern weather to compete in the Southland Cross-Country Championship. The mixed terrain track held up despite the bad weather, allowing for some competitive racing all round.
These dedicated athletes running the Southland Cross-Country Championship race despite the horrible weather. Around 70 runners from throughout Southland and Dunedin took to the Southern Field Days Waimumu track over the weekend, braving the wind and rain, with many still in their shorts and singlets. This is the 11th year the event has been run at the Gore track, with a variety of terrains that caters for all styles of runners.
Hills and some mud and some trees and creeks, and yeah, so it's a cross-country course that everyone enjoys, so we just get people coming back year after year to participate.
Runners of all ages took part in the annual championship, with the muddy conditions giving a slight advantage to the strength runners over the pure speedsters. Despite
the rain and the snow overnight, the course has stayed pretty good. A wee bit greasy on top, but it's a cross-country course and people expect it.
The snowfall and rain the night before had organisers worried about the track conditions for the race, but feel they held up nicely considering the circumstances. In Gore, the South Today.
A colourful young cast of Southern children will hit the stage tonight in a comedy and musical variety show based on saving a local theatre. The Gang Show has returned for 2023, with the young cast brushing up their steps and their lines for a week of performances.
Singing their hearts out ahead of opening night. 70 enthusiastic young people from across Otago and Southland are getting ready to take to the stage in the iconic Dunedin Gang Show. The Gang Show is an original musical comedy produced by young scouts and guides from around the region, with this year's show titled The Gang Show Must Go On.
Hardly any of our performers have any training, and yet the audience will be stunned when they see how capable and what excellent singers, actors, dancers they really are.
The storyline follows the children's efforts to stop their theatre from being demolished and is based on the animated movie Sing. Walker says this year features one of the youngest casts ever for the popular show. The average age of performers is around 13 years old.
Being part of the show really boosts your confidence both in speaking, singing, dancing. It's fun, you can't describe it, it's just incredible.
Walker says it's great having so many people keen to support live theatre and giving the young people a chance to shine on stage. The Gang Show opens tonight at the Mayfair Theatre and runs through until Sunday. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A 30-kilometre shared walk and cycle loop around Otago Harbour is almost done, with completion just weeks away. A group of Otago University researchers have made a tasty new ice cream product using creepy crawly crickets. And a Christchurch man has been exercising his mind with Lego after spending more than $60,000 on the hobby. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We welcome editor Paul McIntyre. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Hannah.
What can we expect in the paper tomorrow?
Well, we're just checking out a story that apparently a twister has gone through Clyde and possibly ripped a roof off a house there.
Gosh, okay.
And then we've got an interview with a rescuer who was involved in the 12-hour rescue of 2 climbers on the Remarkables. And also we're talking to an 18-year-old engineering student who is off to the World Track Junior Championships next month.
Oh, good on them. Oh, we look forward to reading. Thank you for sharing this evening, Paul.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, cold southwesterly airflow is decreasing and will die out by Thursday, leading to nighttime frosts and mostly clear sunny skies. Heading to the top of the South Island. Blue skies with southwesterlies and 12 degrees tomorrow in Nelson and Greymouth. To Christchurch, expect a windy 10 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. The southwesterlies continue as we come down the coast, but otherwise it'll be a fine day for Ashburton, Timaru and Uamaru with highs of 9 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. Fine with light southwesterlies through here tomorrow with highs of 7 in Wanaka and Alex and 6 in Queenstown. Heading further south, clear skies with southwest winds flaring up again through here tomorrow with some coastal cloud. The day's high will be 8 degrees for Gore, Balclutha and the Catlins. And across to Invercargill. Cloudy and windy tonight with a 5-degree low. Tomorrow that cloud starts to clear, opening up to a fine and sunny day with fresh southwesterlies, a high of 9 and down to 0. Thursday sunny too with a cool 11 before a frosty -1 overnight. And finally heading to Dunedin. Cloudy tonight with strong cold winds and a low of 5. Windy again tomorrow with southwesterlies and a high of 8. By Thursday it should ease up wind-wise, still cool though with 11 expected as the high. And that's the news this Tuesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, and we are also on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
Good news! My mate John's shorter sale is now a bit longer. He's extended it till Sunday. There's 50% off clearance items, plus you can pay it off over 24 months interest-free. T's and C's apply. Slightly longer, shorter sale final weekend. John's Furniture Warehouse, Stafford Street, and online at mymatejohn.co.nz.
Where did you get that furniture?
manager from Stafford Street, and my mate John.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.